Hello, dear audience. I hope you are doing well by the grace of Almighty. This is our fifth day of reading this book as a part of our daily reading challenge. Let's move into the book. So, our last chapter was finished here. I'm going to start here. The boys, somewhere you were holding the person I love, the boy said. So, when I look out over your sands, I am also looking at her. I want to return to her, and I need your help so that I can turn myself into the wind. What is love? The desert asked. Love is the falcon's flight over your sands, because for him you are a green field from which he always returns with game. He knows your rocks, your dunes, your mountains, and you are generous to him. The falcon's beak carries bits of me, myself, the desert said. For years, I care for his game, feeding it with the little water that I have, and when I show him where the game is. And one day, as I enjoy the fact that his game thrives on my surface, the falcon dives out of the sky and takes away what I have created. But that's why you were created the game in the first place, the boy answered. To nourish the falcon. And the falcon then nourishes man, and eventually man will nourish your sands, where the game will once again flourish. That's how the world goes. So, is that what love is? Yes, that's what love is. It's what makes the game become the falcon become man, and man in his turn the desert. It's what's turned lead into gold and makes the gold return to the earth. I don't understand what you were talking about, the desert said. But you can at least understand that somewhere in your sands there is a woman waiting for me, and that's why I have to turn myself into the wind. I have to turn myself into the wind. The desert didn't answer him for a few moments. Then it told him, I will give you my sands to help the wind to blow, but alone I can't do anything. You have to ask for help from the wind. A breeze began to blow. The tribesmen watched the boy from a distance, talking among themselves in a language that the boy couldn't understand. The alchemist smiled. The wind approached the boy and touched his face. It knew of the boy's talk with the desert. Because the winds know everything, they blow across the world without a birthplace and with no place to die. Help me, the boy said. One day you carried the voice of my loved one to me. Who taught you to speak the language of the desert and the wind? My heart, the boy answered. The wind has many names. In that part of the world, it was called the Sirocco because it brought moisture from the oceans to the east. In the distant land the boy came from, they called it the Levanter because they believed that it brought with the sands of the desert and the screams of the Moorish wars. Perhaps in the places beyond the pastures where his sheep lived, men thought that the wind came from Andalusia. But actually, the wind came from no place at all, nor did it go to any place. That's why it was stronger than the desert. Someone might one day plant trees in the desert and even raise sheep there, but never would they harness the wind. It can't be the wind said. We're two very different things.